This is TWiT.
I heard that the Mobile World Congress thing Microsoft is doing is HoloLens.
Me too. Right.
Well,
so today,
it's due.
today we get invitations.
Oh, good.
To Mobile World Congress, and the speakers from Microsoft who are speaking there are Alex Kipman, who's the father of HoloLens, Julia White, who's the corporate vice president of Azure, and Satya Nadella. Okay, so what is this thing? It's got to be the HoloLens, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alex Kipman has nothing to do with service.
No, he does not. So
I'm actually going to go to this event because
You're going to
worship
Barcelona?
Alex Kipman and everything he does.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
You're kind of a Kipman fan? You follow him?
Yeah, I love Alex Kipman. He makes
Follow him on
total
the road?
sense to me.
Yep. Go to all his concerts. Yep.
Yep, I have all of his albums. It was, let's see, it was 4 years ago this month. We were up in
That's right.
Redmond, and they announced HoloLens, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yep.
I'm getting my...
It's been 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Yeah, because Windows 10 shipped in July 2015. So that event would have been roughly 6 or 7 months before that happened. That's where they announced HoloLens. And was that where, I forget when things happen now, but I think it might have been where he announced that the Windows 10 upgrade was going to be free as well. And of course that involved phones at the time. I might be off on that one. And then, the 1 billion thing, I don't remember. I don't remember when things happened. I'm old. But
yeah.
Still,
anyway, I distinctly remember the event.
So
Yeah.
if they had said, we won't really be shipping these in quantity till 2020, you would have said,
well, no, they always kind of hedge their bets on what the audience was for this thing. But I think the thing they've learned over, the past 4 years is there is a market for this device, and it's a kind of a niche-y thing. It's a particular verticals in the business space where, this kind of thing does make sense. There are automakers using it. NASA's using it, it's like that computer the guy wanted, he's like, there are some out there for sure. As a consumer device, it's not there, right? And it was never aimed at the consumers for sure. And then the Windows mixed reality stuff that they did, that is sort of like HoloLens. I wouldn't say that's taken off in any appreciable way, but
No.
it's still hanging out there. I mean, it's still part of a, it's like Windows mixed reality is to HoloLens like Xbox One is to Windows 10. They're sort of the same platform, but not exactly.
Kind of, right. Yeah, so we don't know much about this next HoloLens. We know a few things. We know there's going to be an custom AI processor in the device that Microsoft built. We think it's going to be Snapdragon 850 based, so it's going to be an always connected PC. We think, we're pretty sure the Kinect sensor package that Microsoft announced at Build last year is going to be part of this also. So what's it look like? I think it's going to look like HoloLens. I don't think it's going to look hugely different, just maybe somewhat thinner, somewhat lighter, somewhat more portable. But I think it's still going to be that big kind of clunky
I bet they get a big battery life push from the Snapdragon. I think that's going to be huge for it.
Yeah.
We talked about this before. The first one was based on Intel, but it only runs a very specific set of startups. You're not going to run like the Win32 version of Microsoft Office in this thing. So switching to ARM doesn't hurt anything. It's perfect. You get all the benefits of ARM with none of the detriments. And we know, in fact, we learned this it might have been CES last year. Maybe it was the year before, that they canceled the original second HoloLens because it wasn't enough of an advance. And so this is technically the third one, but it's the second one they're going to release.
Yeah.
And I assume that they will, maybe fix is the wrong word, but improve the field of view as well, which I still see.
That's really why you're going, isn't it? You want to make sure it's not a mail slot.
I'm a closet HoloLens fan. I kind of don't appreciate the grief I've gotten over this. No, I don't.
Out of the closet, Paul, into the light. It gets better. Maybe.
It will get better.
It will get better.
I think it will.
Listen, some of the best Microsoft demos I've ever done were HoloLens, right? I mean, as inappropriate as this product is as a mass market device, which it isn't, it was never meant to be. Some of the demos are astonishingly good, right? The thing where you're fixing the electrical outlet and the guy's helping you via the video thing floating next to you. It's genius. I mean, the video game where the creatures are coming out of the wall, which is something no one should ever do with HoloLens, but
it's
whatever.
cool.
It's fun. It's
we had a demo about a year ago of a HoloLens competitor called Meta. It was really cool looking, and they had things coming out of the walls, and it was fun. They just went belly up.
Yeah.
Gone forever.
I remember when we did the live demo of HoloLens on Windows Weekly when we were in Amsterdam.
The airplanes flying around. So it was like it was a real-time view of the planes landing and taking off from Schiphol. And and you could kind of, see them in the room. I mean, there wasn't much practical. It was a demo, right? So it's not like you can grab a plane and do stuff to it. But you could. I mean, that's the point of it is this is a different way to visualize data. And it's really interesting in that case, I think, to see what that looks like around you in a very immersive way. It's cool.
I think it's very interesting. Julia White is part of this discussion because somebody has to be the person who's like, guys, you know what this is all about, though? This is about intelligent cloud, intelligent edge, business devices, right? Bring it back to reality and not just talk. I mean, they're going to definitely talk pie in the sky futures because Alex Kipman is there, but it's also good to remind people like there's a real device here for real customers, and
Yeah,
I
do. I do. I think I think the big difference between now and 4 years ago is they have all the real world experience. They know what worked and what didn't work, and they can say, look, here's a product that's going to meet real needs. And I think that's great because HoloLens has always had an almost Microsoft researchy kind of, far out there kind of vibe. And the fact that it's found some kind of a home and a market is great. And now they can improve it. That's good.